about getting you somewhere. Now, Sarah has been doing really well. Look at Leandri. That was our good team right now. Just watched Batman vs. Superman Samurai. Is that out? And it's really good? Oh, that is good to know. That is good to know. I didn't know that was out already. Okay, let's get the super heals up for Sarah. Now, you have these things. Stun skill. Oh wait, I don't think I actually leveled Latvian up yet. We had a pile of these. Selful Ilguli. Selful Ilguli. Selful Ilguli. Ah, that's interesting. Selful Ilguli. Pa erdet du sir. I don't know. Yeah, Victor, there's a lot of languages that we get through here. Let's see. Now this is the combo I liked. Get me extra dodge. Even though it removes my stun, etc. resist, but compensate it with something like this. That gets me more of the other resists and is a bonus in the end. More heals received. I love that one. And just one of those general melee skills. Now, who do we have now in total? We had Sarah, Latvian, Leandri, and Vanen, and they're also marked here. So let's make sure they're all leveled and equipped. Go for the guild, Leandri. There's an English comment passing through. Batman vs Superman is out in the Netherlands tomorrow. Okay. That's cool. Thanks for the heads up. Let's see. Oh, I'm loving the knockback. Loving the knockback. Now the mark target is fun. I kind of like this one. And the protection is... You know what? Well, just I like these. There we go. Let's try Sarah. Heals, no doubt. Upgrade them heals. Recommend watching it from behind a massive glass window, Sir Koala Bear. The tornado. Ah, right. Stop, drop, and roll, Playbox. That solves everything, doesn't it? Now, I'm gonna have you in the back. So I want things that are... There we go. Poison darts. That's... Yeah, those have been leveled. Okay, we're fine. And Vanen, Hugh. Obviously, Hugh. Oh! I've been spending and I've not been paying any attention, which is a problem, because now we have all these heroes which need level ups but don't have anything. Fortunately, we do have plenty of things that I want to sell, though. That's, yeah. Let's just sell 2 of these. So one of those, even though I like it. Yeah, you live... That I agree with. You live right next to Tornado Alley. Who would live there? Who wouldn't go... You know what? No. No, I don't want to have tornadoes multiple times a year. These are difficult. I haven't made up my mind about the Bloodthirst ring. Extra HP? Cool. No food consumed? Cool. -4 dodge. Dodge has been very good to me. Okay, I need just that. You know what? I don't care about this one. Let's sell this just so I have... The thing is, I need enough money to buy things to go into the dungeon. Let's see if this will help me out. This was too much of a spending spree. Now, if I recall correctly, I just needed 16 of these. Just a ridiculous amount. Same with the food, really. All the food. Let's see. And 2 of these will be good. Your mother told you never to live right next to an alley? You'll live somewhere without both hurricanes and earthquakes. Yeah, you could live somewhere like the Netherlands, where if the sea rises, we are just gonna get flooded. Hey, here's a weird thing, by the way. I have not gotten any new retweets, even though you mentioned that you did retweet, so that's a little bit strange. Did everything go right with that retweet of yours?
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
Okay, so we need to explore these rooms. Luckily, this is the easiest possible route that we can get. Oh yeah, Victor, we are... Wow, I should have paid attention. We are indeed in Earthquake Central. Then again, earthquakes haven't been terrible as far as I've seen. Just a little bit of shaking. Vain and really afraid of reading. Ah, you didn't retweet. You just tweeted. Oh, I see it. I see it. If you want to see me get a tapeworm, join us. Yes, that's why I didn't see it. Thanks so much, Sir Koala. I was looking at the wrong thing in that case. Gonna give you... Yeah, you're... Let's give you some blight.
Impressive.
Oh, no worries, Sir Koala Bear. Hey, Victor, you live in Groningen as well? Are you kidding me? What are the odds of that? Let's get a stun on these. I don't like these guys.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are
California should play She'll Never Live, Sir Koala Bear.
is made clear.
I don't know, to be honest, I kind of want to live there just for a while. Just to see what it's like. It's supposed to be crazy. And you know, wouldn't mind going to Berkeley or Stanford. That's a no good. Earthquakes or 7 times the cost of living. Yeah, that's where you go there, right? 7 times the cost of living. Amazing. Then again, you have the same thing with London. It's so expensive. It is so expensive to live there. It was a couple of years back. I was accepted into a PhD program at Queen Mary, London, and it was just I just couldn't afford anything there because it was just too ridiculously expensive to go there. Well, that and you know didn't get a grant together with the PhD, so couldn't really get anything off the ground. Love to visit, but never live there in California. Yeah, I don't know. It's always difficult. I kind of I would like to live places just so that you can experience something else, because there's always something different about going somewhere on a holiday and then actually having to spend months there, you know? England has more earthquakes and tornadoes. Yeah, I don't remember any tornado in England. Victor, it's the proposal I'd written was actually about the way in which popular culture, modern fantasy culture, serves to provide us with a different experience of a non-existent past. So what I mean by that is because the popular literature that we have now model a non-existent past, like Game of Thrones. People talk about Game of Thrones as if it's actual history. They talk about, you know, that's how rough the Middle Ages were, and it's very realistic. Whereas obviously the Game of Thrones is nothing like the actual Middle Ages, but it still serves to create an experience of the past, a feeling that you have experienced something and you know what it's like, you feel what it's like. and that it was about the philosophy of that experience. It was it's epistemology is what that's called. The way in which you get knowledge of something, and in this case it was a phenomenological epistemology. Phenomenology being the philosophy of how you get experience and knowledge via your sensory apparatus, and in this case, so you read something, so how does that work via your actual senses? How can it be that you get, Vanan, an experience of something that never existed purely by reading something or watching something? I love that topic, I still do. I need to get back into PhD somewhere.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow
There's
it.
Boris Johnson. Ooh. Would I live in Afghanistan or Iraq? I don't know, Playbox. It's too unstable in those regions right now for me to be comfortable living there. I've been in Qatar a couple of times, and when it comes to the culture of it, I'd be fine. You know, I've seen nothing but kindness and welcoming experiences there. So that I like, actually, and that I'd like to learn and explore more. But I do want to live in an area that isn't at risk of being at war constantly. There's one recently, probably a year or two back, when it wasn't that strong, tore through half the house, Tasdorp? Only tore through half a house. That is not a phrase that includes only, as far as I'm concerned. You know, it wasn't that bad, just destroyed one house. Let's see, I kinda wanna see if I can crush him out and then just add those two. Good thing, Sir Koala. Victor, I loved it. It was fascinating. And I think it's in fact also very, very relevant for us today. I think Jexus and I actually had this this argument with some people online in a Twitch chat as well, about sort of feelings of heritage, about how people that's what I wanted.
As the enemy crumbles.
About how, for example, this is very, very prominent in America, which is very interesting. They are very interested in heritage, in how the past connects to them now. And so they have a very strong sense of connection, where they'll say, I am from here. But what they mean is, my people who came before me, my grandmother or grandfather came from this area. But that sort of connection that they feel helps them create a sense of what the world is and who they are in the world.
Remind yourself,
and the thing that I like is in history right now, they investigate that a lot already, about how you can experience history directly rather than, conceptualize history, have a knowledge of, in 1876 this happened, but how you can feel it. I don't know if you've ever been to Berlin and been in the memorial there. That, for example, is what they cite as a typical example of historical experience.
A blazing star is born.
The memorial was created after World War II, so it has no connection to World War II, if you think about it.
Gold,
it wasn't created in World War II, it isn't from World War II, not before World War II, it had no role in World War II. But the function of that memorial is so that you can go there and now, in the present, get a feeling that is supposed to connect you to the feeling of World War II at that time. And that I find fascinating.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
You've been considering trying for a post-bachelor degree by researching the concept of escapism and fantasy for the readers, not in fiction itself. Yeah. Victor, there's a lot of things written about that. So you've probably read Tolkien, Lewis Carroll, those kinds of writers. You'd also want to read up on Todorov, who's written a lot about that, and the works of Mikhail Bakhtin and Lunakarski, what's his
and
first
driven
name again?
into the mud.
In any case, Lunakarski, you'll also want to read. Because they engage... No, that's not the one I wanted. They engage heavily with the concept of fantasy, but also sort of the importance of it.
The light, the promise of safety.
And of course, you know, when it comes to, as you said, for the readers, but not in fiction itself, you're talking about the... you're talking about a reception theory rather than, you know, a direct literary theory. Reception theory, by the way, is really tricky. Oh, that thing is horrible. Okay, my plan is have Jexus do... Oh wait, I don't think a hue is sensible here. Let's do retribution. We're trying to... See, just attack that one. We're trying to get them to target him. And see if we can get... Yeah, see, I knew it. I knew it. That's not gonna work. Something you thought about, probably read about Mori's story. Some of this characterizes that person who loves everybody. Let's see if you think about it, the person demeans love or stereotypes. Yeah, exactly, Playbox. It's all about, you know, an experience, an illusion versus an actual direct reality. And that's sort of a very difficult concept, philosophically speaking, as in, what is reality? And that's what my own research went into as well. What is the functional difference between reality and imagination? It's all in your own mind, basically. The Akashe raid! Gaku Yoko Akashe! Thank you so much for that. That is so kind of you. An Akashe raid. Oh, and the immediate host there. Mechanism with the host. Thank you so much, Mechanism. You flatter me so much. You flatter me so much, Akashe. Thank you so much. Let's give a good welcome to all the gentlemen and ladies from the Akashe stream. We were actually just discussing reader reception theory, Playbox's novel, and indeed Victor's future after his bachelor's thesis. Victor, by the way, I am not surprised in the slightest that they didn't let you use reception theory for your thesis, because it's not something you can do in a thesis. Who's your supervisor, by the way? I probably know them. Akashe with the host for 7 viewers as well. Thank you so much, Akashe. How did your stream go? How's that the game that you were going to try that I unfortunately was not able to watch at the end? Kill the invaders? Victor. Seriously, Victor? Go and follow Akashe Gamer right now. I guarantee you, if you've seen his stream, you will know why it's a warm welcome and a kind and why we're all going insane. What is this? Do I have a stun? Tell me I have a stun. Yeah. If you watch Akashe's stream, if you give him a follow, you'll see why it's a warm and kind welcome.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade
Gaku Yoko, thank you very much for that follow. I hope you're doing better than earlier. If I recall, you mentioned in Akasha's stream that you weren't feeling so well.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Your character, yes, Akashe's character is meditating, and in case you didn't know, Obi-Wan Benofi is a nymphomaniac, so that's why he needed to go to a brothel. Time to get syphilis from pigs. Yes, unfortunately that also happened.
A fortune.
Yeah, who do we have in here right now? We have nobody from the Akashe stream. Vanen, Leandre, Latvian, and Sira are currently exploring. We gave Akashe, Obi-Wan, Sir Koala, we gave them a little rest before we start training them. You will not bid them welcome, you will greet them with a banhammer. Well, Jexus. Although,
The shifted
Hand
corridors
banner
and
sounds pretty
sloped
good.
walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
Oh, come on, tell me I get more money than this. I really need more cash. Got some sleep, but you're feeling better? Good to hear, Gekuyoko. I'm glad. Okay, 4,000. It's not good. It's not good. There we go, there we go. Oh, level 3. Well done you. Leandri, what are you now? Mankind hater. Latvian. A natural eye. That range skill is perfect for him. Her. Sarah is all tuckered out. Aww. Wheeled Explorer, fine. And has the worries. I think we're gonna have to put Sora down. Just take him out back in the farm.
Their
And, you know.
angry faces as they stormed the manor. But I was dead before they found me.
Karen
And the letter
Olsen.
was on its way.
Oh, Victor. Karen is amazing. Karen is so cool. I mean, I'd say, you know, tell her I said hi, but she wouldn't know the name Byronic Gamer anyway. Killer of Death is cured of the Black Plague. Yes, and Yamato is cured of the Fits. And Jexus has finally returned from his search for holy meaning. Karen is so cool. I remember one time she was so disappointed when I was in one of her classes, and nobody but a few of us had read Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, and it was just, she was just disheartened. It was like, how could you do that? How could nobody read that? Okay, we need to de-stress some people. Sirrat needs, to be honest, -5 accuracy. Stress heals received lower. We kind of need to get rid of Sora. He's becoming too expensive. Do we need to de-stress anybody else? I think we're okay. If this game doesn't have a mechanic where my character stripped to a brothel doesn't physically drain you in the next battle, I don't know. You do have rabies though, Obi-Wan. You do have rabies. Yeah, you dweem of the wood. Jack says, that's mean. That's mean. Sure, she has a bit of an accent, but come on. Okay, you know what we should do? We should get Akashi out there. He's in here right now. We should send Akashi out there. What do you think, guys? Can we already send him against a boss? Can we already get the Inchoate Flesh or the Siren? Because we had, let's see, we had Akashi, Sir Koala Bear as a healer. We had Obi-Wan as an arbalest. And we had Netawun. There we go. That was a good team. You didn't get syphilis. Absolutely, Obi-Wan. Well done. Yeah, Victor, people not preparing for classes is very common. Which is, yeah, I think it's ridiculous. It's such a pity. Because you can learn so much from Karn and Case Decker as well. He is very good at what he does. He's extremely good. Except when people just don't prepare enough, you can't get much out of it. Didn't we have... Oh, we don't have Arbalest specific things. Absolutely, good pronunciation for Old and Middle English. Victor, do yourself a favor. Case and Karen have an Old Germanic Languages minor. If you're interested in that, that's such a good minor to follow. It is... They're so good at it. Do I not have a ranged damage increase? Will you be there? Gekuyoko, sure, hang around. Right now, as you can see, our roster is full. So we either need to expand our barracks or somebody needs to die. But absolutely, you can be in there. One class tossed by Casey really impressed you. Is a lot of on. Victor, he is amazing when it comes to on-hand knowledge. Literally, I remember he once referred to a book saying like, oh, you need this book. Oh, by the way, on page 84, on the bottom left, underneath this word, you'll find a little stain. That stain covers the other word, which is supposed to be this. But I'm sorry, I spilled some coffee on there 5 years ago. That's the kind of man he is. He is really good. Some extra dodge might be fun. I appreciate that. His speed goes down, but look at that. Dodge 9. Now, if you can get maybe some speed increase, actually, balance it out somewhere, that would be nice. Although, yeah, let's get this one. It doesn't give me a speed decrease. I don't want his crits down, actually. Her crits? Yeah, Obi-Wan's crits. There we go. Let's just get you some average extra heal. Now, Akashe, we're going to give... there we go. We're going to give that extra scouting chance and trap disarm. yeah. He did admit that he just locked his door and slept if he didn't have any classes. that was an interesting moment. I'm gonna give you the dodge stone as well. I quite like that. Now let's see whether we have any bounty hunter. Yes, we do. Extra speed. Don't mind if I do. Sure. Okay, you know what? Let's see if we can kill the Siren. We're gonna send our dream team over for the Siren. I'm sure it'll be fine. Now this is a medium, so let's get 16 of these. Get, I think, 18 of these. Get one more. Make sure we bring 2 shovels, 2 keys, some holy water, some of this. There we go. An eye patch for Dodge 13. Oh, that'd be nice. I rock the ball of awesome. I know, it's shiny, isn't it? People commented on just now how shiny my forehead is.
My lofty position wasn't always accompanied by the fear of office. And there was a time when I could walk the streets or raise a glass in the tavern without concern for molestation. Faithful as the tide, one
Mechanism.
precocious village waif.
Thank you very much for dropping in.
To shadow
Hope you have a
my
good
every
sleep.
errand. It was charming then. Troublesome later.
Obi-Wan, interesting thing. There is no such thing as a photographic memory.
I always wondered what became of the unfortunate little waif.
There's no such thing as photographic memory. Some people will tell you that they have a photographic memory, but in fact, the only thing that's true is that people can have an eidotic memory. Eidotic basically means really, really good. And how do I know? How has this been researched? Basically what they did was they show people who claim to have photographic memories a book, and yes, indeed, you know, they could remember pretty much everything about the book, but what they couldn't do was answer questions such as just want to get that in. They couldn't answer a question such as, on page 13, what is the 5th word of the 7th sentence? That couldn't be done. So the key there is they didn't have a photographic memory. They didn't visually copy everything. They just had really good mnemonic devices to remember things. How many tattoos do I have? I have 0 tattoos, Playbox. I don't know. I just never got the idea of tattoos. I wouldn't want something on what is no doubt going to be a flabby, hanging flesh, disgusting thing later on. Besides, then I'd have to exercise and make sure that it, you know, you have something to show off. No, that's far too much work for me. Do you have tattoos though, Playbox? Oh, I used the wrong one. That was silly of me. Okay, let's try that Hound Rush. Extra damage against marked. And Finish him! Extra damage against stunned. Look at that, 7 to 13. Could be an insta-kill. Come on, Netwin, show us your magic.